back to another episode of Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. I think we've gone through 2 episodes without anything really happening, so I'm guessing someone's gonna die this episode. So I know y'all are excited. I'm not, but let's get into it anyway. I think we were about to go to like a magic show. Like today's the day of Himiko's magic show, I think. That was her and Angie were doing and whatnot. Going on here? What is that a tank of? Are there fish in there? Whoa, this is even nicer than I thought it'd be. Really? Oh yeah, they have like decorations. Welcome to our magic show. What do you think? Isn't it divine?
Okay.
I forgot her voice. Yeah, it is. I didn't think you would have a real stage setup. Did you and Himiko do all this?
No.
This would have been impossible with just 2 people. I got others to help us. Kaito and Kibo helped carry equipment from Himiko's research lab. Ugh. I designed the stage, but Kirumi sewed the curtains.
Thanks, B2 Atua.
Everyone is so nice. Atua deserves all the credit.
No.
Shouldn't everyone who worked on it get the credit?
Oh.
Well, I didn't ask you to help because I didn't know what you'd be useful for.
That's...
Did you really have to say that?
I don't know.
Anyway, just sit tight. Once we're done preparing, we'll start right away.
Huh?
She has an accent, I think. I need to do that. They're preparing, you're not ready yet?
Yep.
The star of the show needs to settle her nerves. Star of the show requires mental preparations. Oh, poor Himiko. She's shaking like a leaf. Can I talk to her? You okay?
Could it be...
Are you a bit nervous? Just a little bit. Certainly doesn't look like just a little bit. Because the magic I'll be performing today is the Extreme Water Magic Underwater Escape Act. No! That's horrifying. Oh my gosh, I would never do that. I hate water. Which is, you know what, that's kind of fitting since my name is Kat. I don't like water. I've never successfully cast it before. It's pretty difficult, so I'm a little nervous.
Huh?
You've never cast it before? And today, in order to raise the stakes, there's a time limit. If I don't escape from the tank within the time limit, piranhas will be dropped in. Oh my gosh. I'll be puree. That's horrifying. This is looking a little dangerous. What if someone sabotages you? What are you gonna do then? The water is cloudy, so I can't see very clearly, but I do see fish swimming around. I'd be sad if Himiko died. I like Himiko. Those are all piranhas, huh? They don't look like normal piranhas. Those piranhas were in my research lab. Angie said we should use them for the show.
No.
Wait, piranhas are way too dangerous.
Ah.
Ah, Tenko.
Himiko!
Please reconsider. They're piranhas. They're nothing like lasagna.
With
What?
my magic.
No need to worry. I'll instantly kill all the piranhas with my magic.
Huh?
You're going to kill them? I thought this was an escape trick. Himiko, are you serious? There's no way I can stop now. Since Atua is watching the show and all.
No!
There's no such thing as Atua! Angie has brainwashed you.
What was that?
You don't believe in my magic? Well, I can do it. I'm a skilled young girl, cause I'm a mage. Alright. She psyched herself up and headed straight to the water tank. Oh gosh. Oh, of course, I believe in your magic. You're my precious friend. Tenko. Oh, that's sweet. She really cares.
Yoo-hoo!
Ready, Himiko? Did you say your prayers and use the bathroom? I said my prayers and went pee. Then let's get the show started! Oh, jeez. It's starting early, but not everyone is here yet. Maki, Kokichi, Ryoma, and Kaito aren't here. What happened to Kaito? I thought he'd be here for sure. I wonder if something happened. Oh no. Wait, who wasn't here? Oh gosh.
Thank you, Atua, for being with us today. Boo! Boo! You're supposed to thank us first! Yeah, ha 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 ha! I present to you the mysterious, the miraculous, the amazing Himiko!
Oh my gosh! I'm scared.
The magic I will perform today is the Extreme Water Magic. Underwater Escape Act. If you would please turn your attention to the water tank in front of you. When the timer above the stage starts, Himiko will enter the water tank. Once she's in the tank, her assistant, me, will draw the curtain in front of the tank. After 60 seconds have passed on the timer, a separate suspended tank will open and drop in a school of piranhas. Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
After the piranhas have fallen and the curtain is opened, if by some miracle Himiko has been gobbled up, please give a big round of applause.
We don't even get to see her try and escape. Isn't that like a waste?
Just kidding. It's a joke. Are you feeling alright?
I'm concerned about Himiko. She is not responding properly to Angie's jokes. Going to worry, going to have bad feeling. Oh, Atua, please protect Himi.
No!
Wait, what am I doing praying to Atua? That's Angie's stick. Shtick. Shtick. Well, I guess you could pray to some other god. Yeah, like God.
Well then, let's begin. The amazing Himiko's magic show.
Just 1 minute. Oh God. In her typical high-pitched voice, Himiko made her announcement and started the timer. Then she took a breath and dove into the water tank. My shoes. Fully clothed. Awkward. Splash.
Okay, I'm closing the curtain.
Angie closed the curtains, obscuring the water tank from view. We stared silently, waiting. See, that's like boring. I clenched my fist nervously, my palms damp with sweat, knees weak, arms heavy. Mom spaghetti.
Still not out.
She went in mere moments ago.
Yeah, you gotta be patient.
Well, do you think she's all right?
Gonta's starting to worry.
She still hasn't come out. Are you sure she's okay?
Gonta can't take it anymore!
Gonta cried, leaped out of his seat, and
Gonta?
ran up to the stage. Okay.
Oh, you can't do that. We're still in the middle of the show.
But if Gonta does nothing, piranhas will eat Himiko! Huh?
Less than 10 seconds remain.
I don't care if it
Oh,
ruins
gosh.
the trick. Just come out. This stress is bad for my heart. Himiko!
Oh gosh. Right when the timer hit 0, the buzzer went off. And then... Ah! The bottom of the suspended tank swung open, and the murky water and shadowy shapes inside and fell straight into the water tank Himiko was swimming in. What if she's
Huh?
not even there?
Huh?
She probably
Look,
did it.
The piranhas!
Hurry! The curtains! Open the curtains already! Got it. I'm opening it now.
When Angie pulled apart the curtains, we witnessed an unbelievable sight. She was gone. Ah! No. Oh my gosh! What? How does that work? Wait, what? Wait, so who? What? How does that work? Who killed him? I'm so confused. So that wasn't fake. That was actually him because we just had the music. He's dead. He's literally dead. He was eaten by piranhas. That's horrifying. The water's pink. He had handcuffs on him. What does that mean? Did Himiko switch him out, like get in there? And he was clearly unconscious. Someone knocked him out, put him in there. Was it Himiko or was it Angie or what? It took a few moments for all of us to even process it. But then again, perhaps we weren't trying to process it. Perhaps we didn't want to acknowledge it. They all just had to watch that. They all had to watch him get eaten. Skinned alive. But unconscious.
Great, huh?
Oh my... Behold, the magnificent underwater escape.
Yeah?
How is she, like, not
A
wet?
body has been discovered. Everyone, please gather in the gym.
A body has been witnessed. Did the piranhas get a execution? What if the person who killed him gets eaten by piranhas? That would be pretty cool. Unless it was any character I like. If so, then I don't like it. Even like Himiko and Angie were like my favorite girls in this group. A body in the gym. Then when Himiko turned to look back at the water tank.
Huh?
Hello? A thin line divides heaven and hell. Deadly life. Are we serious right now? That was way too soon. For the second time at the Ultimate Academy, a body discovery announcement sounded out. Those who weren't present at the magic show heard it and came running. Oh.
What?
What's going on? I don't know what happened!
Well, you know.
We should break the tank, right? We gotta check what's inside.
What?
What? Break it?
Yeah.
Break it. It'll take too long to drain it by hand.
Huh?
But what would we use to break?
Hey!
Gonta, Keyboy, you're up.
Huh?
What do you mean we're up?
You're so dumb.
Gonta, throw Keyboy as hard as you can. Use that robot like a battering ram.
Do not mock me!
No! Who are you calling a battering ram? Gonta, throw Keyboy. Got it. No! Then I'll help too?
Please, wait!
No, just wait a second. You don't need to team up now. No! Little poor baby. Kyo, no!
Ah!
He doesn't deserve that. I say, but I'm smiling and laughing. I'm so sorry, Kibo. Poor thing. So that was intense. A wall of piranhas and water dyed red with blood rushed out. Don't get it in your mouth. We watched helplessly as the area flooded with water and blood. After some deliberation, we decided to start cleaning everything up. However, I made sure not to disturb the scene more than necessary. Well, yeah, duh. With Kirumi's expertise, we were able to clean up enough to start investigating. Oh dear Lord. I've gathered Ryoma's body and belongings in one place. Oh, his body. Kibo looks depressed. He was just used as a battering ram, so I understand why.
However,
He's been reduced such that he can be carried in one hand. How fleeting and fragile life is. Going to put piranhas in bucket. Piranhas all got big tummies. Going to think they full.
Ew.
Today Ryoma is fish food, and tomorrow he'll be fish crap.
Oh my.
Don't say such things.
Himiko?
Are you okay?
This
This wasn't an accident, was it? Does this mean the killing game has started again? How could this happen? We swore to each other, didn't we? We swore we'd never let the killing game start up again.
Why?
Oh, my mouse is in the way, sorry. So that was all just a lie. You guys are liars. All you liars. Apologize to Ryoma. He believed this killing game wouldn't happen anymore.
unacceptable.
Your disingenuous tears mark you as the liar right now.
Did I get caught?
Oh, you figured it out? You got a pretty good eye there, Kyo. Sup, Monokuma?
Hey!
Hey guys! How's it feel now that you've got a second murder victim on your hands?
Oh?
Huh? Ryoma's transparent. How's my X-ray vision superpower finally awakened?
Rise and shine, or
Oh
sign!
my gosh.
Father!
You don't have superpowers, he's just been reduced to a skeleton.
Right!
Finally, I've been waiting for the killing game to start up again. That means we can all put all this boring crap on hold and start playing the blame game.
That's
Where to
nice.
go, Mona? Who are you again?
The hell you saying?
Morosuke! You should at least remember your own kid's name.
Hey.
Mona Faini? Are you okay? 5, 4. Are you counting down, Mona Faini? Why are you counting?
No.
Because 3. I'm serious. 2. Gotta. She beats again.
You stupid!
What the heck are you doing, you failure?
Dumbass!
Listen up, we're here to make sure the killing game goes smoothly, capiche?
You're so
Also, to keep me company and new mascots present lots of exciting business opportunities.
Who cares?
Shut up, you failure.
dang it.
What? Me too?
Yoo-hoo.
Hey, this conversation is fun and all, but we should really get this over with.
Cause Atua says so.
Don't we need to start investigating or something?
All right.
I'll get the corporate this time for sure. Hurry up and give us the thingy.
Okay.
It's the Monokuma file. I'll also investigated the cause of death this time, so read it to your heart's delight.
Pops!
This is sort of unrelated, but I got a great business deal.
Oh?
Yeah, it's totally unrelated.
Got it?
Let's use this Monokuma file to start a funeral services business. You know how it gets awkward at funerals when you start asking about the cause of death?
And that's that.
Pass out the Monokuma files, even the worst test will get a giggle out of the attendees.
Well,
Wow.
They're so
You're so friggin' cute!
huh?
Cute. Oh!
satisfied with this.
The way you passed out the files is just so cute. Why don't you come over here? Bring me over here. Pops is gonna lick me all over. Ugh. Oh, they're showering Monosuke with all his love. You think maybe Monosuke is right? Maybe father doesn't like us anymore because we're not as hostile and friendly enough. I think maybe I'll follow Monosuke.
So long.
Farewell. They're so depressing.
So then,
In any event, let us begin the investigation. Investigation? So it's really gonna start again?
Actually,
I can't believe it. One of us killed Ryoma. Someone among us. Among us! Sus!
How'd this happen?
No more going to no wanna investigate friends. No wanna suspect friends. Then don't do it. I'm not going to investigate either.
Huh?
Huh?
because
You'll be fine if you're a short person, and I doubt a child caregiver would be much help. Oh. You'll be fine if you're a short person? What does that mean? Maki. I just stopped her. Maki didn't even turn around and kept walking.
What was that?
The frick is that person's problem? She's seriously not gonna investigate?
incomprehensible.
That seems rather irresponsible.
Yes.
She likely assumes someone else will take care of it, and I suppose she isn't wrong. Why would she say that now? She participated in Rentero's investigation. Although I suppose Maki has been acting strange lately. I've been told she spends all day in her lab. What is she doing in there?
Jeez.
Well, I'll have a talk with Maki later. For now, we should start investigating.
Always messing
Seriously
around.
pissed that we gotta do this, but it's our only chance to survive.
Right?
I'll do my very best too.
Because...
Gonta and I have to work especially hard so we can regain everyone's trust.
You right.
You're right. But we don't even need to investigate. It's pretty obvious who the culprit is.
Huh?
What?
Right?
Ryoma was murdered during a certain little magical show, right? So I think we need to be a little more suspicious of the magical girl.
But...
She's so suspicious that it seems not suspicious.
Right?
But then again, she made herself look not suspicious, and now she's super suspicious.
Hey, degenerate male!
Jeez, shut up already! How dare you toy with Himiko's pure heart?
You got me!
You just said Himiko, didn't you? But I never mentioned her name.
You gotta be kidding me!
Shut up, shut up! Himiko would never do us something like that. I know her best, right, Himiko?
no.
This is the part where you agree with me.
Anyway,
Himiko, can you at least tell us the trick behind the underwater escape act?
because...
If we know how the trick works, we can try to figure out how the culprit killed.
It's impossible.
That's not possible.
Huh?
Not possible, why not?
It's magic.
There's no trick to the underwater escape, because it was my magic. How long is that donkey-lipped midget gonna keep saying that? Himiko, in order to help us find the culprit, it's plain to see we need your help.
Cut it out.
My answer won't change no matter what you say.
Because I'm a maid.
There's no trick to my magic, because it's magic.
Seriously? Come
How long
on.
are you gonna keep that up? Listen, if we don't catch the culprit, we're...
Cut it out already!
That's enough. If Himiko says it's magic, then it's a magic. Ah! I'll use my Aikido to obliterate any degenerate male who bullies Himiko.
What?
I'm not bullying her. It's her fault she's being so stubborn. Well, it's fine if you don't want to tell us. I'll just find out myself.
Right?
Actually, that sounds pretty fun.
Seems as if.
To solve this mystery, we must first learn the trick behind Himiko's underwater escape act.
We must do it.
We have no choice in the matter. He's right, we have no choice. We have no choice but to find the culprit who killed Ryoma. This investigation is to save all of our lives, because we're risking our lives in the class trial. Let's do it! Whoop whoop! I'll do the investigation this episode. Dun-dun-dun. Let's look at...
Shuichi!
Oh, you got a sec?
Huh?
What's wrong?
I mean...
Before we start the investigation, there's something I gotta tell you. You're my
Alright!
sidekick from now on.
Huh?
Your sidekick?
You know...
I'm more of a scientist kind of guy, so I'm not really cut out for investigations. But that's a good quality to have for an investigation.
Listen up.
Plus, the only stage fit for Kaito Momota, Luminary of the Stars, is the universe itself. I'll leave the details to you. Pave the path for my success.
But
But I don't know what to do as a sidekick.
Don't worry about it.
I'll make all the tough calls. You just gotta do what I say. He loves to make decisions on his own, doesn't
I
he?
mean...
So,
Leave it to me.
I'll take full responsibility since you're my sidekick. There's nothing to worry about.
Huh?
Got it.
All right, let's get started. First, we gotta check the Monokuma file.
Okay.
Right? Kaito making me a sidekick like this? Could it be? I'm scared. I try not to be, but I'm scared. Oh, I remember Shuichi crying. Cute little thing. Is he trying to help me?
Hey.
What's the matter? Let's check the Monokuma file already.
Okay.
Right. At Kaito's behest, I looked over the Monokuma file. I'm curious. Oh dear lord. The victim is Ryoma Hoshi, the ultimate tennis pro. The body was discovered in the gym. Oh my gosh, that's freaking horrifying. The cause of death was drowning. His body was consumed by piranhas until only bones remained. No other injuries can be confirmed at this time. That doesn't give us anything.
Come on, man.
There's less written in here than before. I've got a bad feeling about this. The time of death isn't written here.
Remember.
The previous Monokuma file indicated Rantaro's time of death, correct? It doesn't say what his ultimate talent is. The victim's body was discovered in the library. The estimated time of death is 9:10 p.m. The victim was subjected to blunt force trauma to the back of his skull.
But
The Monokuma file this time doesn't indicate a time of death.
what?
Did Monokuma mess it
No.
up? This was intentional. Monokuma told us he wouldn't give us any information that would reveal the culprit. Ooh, so maybe he died beforehand. Maybe he wasn't just knocked unconscious. Maybe he was already dead. Maybe someone poisoned him.
But
Thinking about it that way, it implies that the information would be damning evidence for the culprit.
Ah.
So that means the key to this case is the time of death.
Well done.
There you go. I knew I picked a good sidekick. There's one more thing in the Monokuma file that catches my eye. Ryoma's cause of death. It says drowning, but if that's the case, we might be able to unravel the case from there. So maybe someone drowned him beforehand and then plopped him in there so no one could tell what happened to him.
All right.
It's coming together slowly, but surely. All right, now that we're done with the Monokuma file, we can get started on the investigation. I'm sorry I stutter so much. I'm really bad at that. First command to my new sidekick is investigate everyone. Find clues that will lead us to the culprit. And unplug my mic. Or my headset. Not bad. He's pretty commanding, as I expected. Let's look at the body. That's what I want to watch. Or look at. It's the large water tank from the escape trick. The glass is broken. It's in bad shape.
Come on, man.
You guys really need to break the glass. Everything's soaked now.
but
Well, if we had left Ryoma's body there, that we wouldn't have been able to
That's
investigate.
right.
I guess it would have taken too long to just empty the whole tank with a
Okay.
bucket. There's a lot of cleanup, but at least we can investigate the tank now. There might be a clue around here. I should take a
Got
closer
it.
look. What is this hatch? Oh, did she go through a hatch on the floor? Is that how she escaped? Because we broke the glass, there isn't much of anything left in the tank, but I should investigate the area thoroughly. There's bound to be something. What is this? A glass panel. Doesn't look like a broken piece. The other fragments are far more random than this. It's nearly impossible for a broken water tank to produce a perfect square of glass. What's that pink thing? And what exactly is this? Oh, is that his clothes? No. Square of glass pane has been added. Okay. Handcuffs. Handcuffs? Why are there handcuffs here? Still locked, and there are small scratches on them. The cuffs appear to be stainless steel. It's not too hard to scratch. They must have been scraping against something hard or sharp. Oh god. Was it the piranha's teeth, or was he trying to, like, get it off of him?
Huh?
What are those handcuffs? Were they in the tank? I've never seen handcuffs in the warehouse. Where'd they come from? That's true, they weren't in the warehouse, so where'd they come from? If they weren't in the warehouse, another place that might have handcuffs is. Could it be he's a prisoner? What? Ryuma's lab wasn't just for the ultimate tennis pro, but also the ultimate prisoner. So perhaps some element of that was in his lab as well. They were on him. Apparently nobody else saw that but the viewers, us, so they don't know, but we know. Ryuma's body's nothing more than a skeleton now, not even a shadow of what he was. What the heck is this? Hey, is this really Ryoma? I didn't see the moment it happened, so I can't believe it.
okay.
I'm certain of it.
Remember.
Everyone watching the show witnessed it. We saw Ryoma become nothing but bone.
Damn.
I can't believe he died in such a gruesome way. Yeah, that's really horrifying. But he didn't die to the piranhas. He was eaten like that.
Well.
It's an awful thing to happen to your body after dying. The water filled with blood so fast we didn't see the whole thing, thankfully. But the skeleton is unmistakably Ryoma's.
Jeez.
I know he wanted to die, but he didn't actually have to go and do it.
No.
I don't think that's right, Kaito. Ryoma wasn't trying to die. He said as much. He was jealous of us, who wanted to live.
Huh?
What do you mean he was jealous? I'm positive that Ryoma wanted to join us. That's why he needed a reason to live. So that he could have the same feelings we do. So that he could have that reason to keep going. To fight alongside us. Then he was a real idiot. Who cares if you don't have a reason to live? Catch? Can't your reason for living be something simple like good food or your friends?
Damn.
Darn it, that idiot. I guess. Ryoma's belongings. Be honest. Look at that. Those belongings are all gathered together. His clothes, his monopad, the key to his room. That's it. If we use this key, we can investigate Ryoma's room. What's in his room to investigate?
Remember.
The motive video. We can find out whose video Ryoma had. Then you think Ryoma was killed because of that video?
No.
I can't say for certain, but we should check just in case. Although, he might have had my video. If that were the case, I might be a suspect. Well, no point thinking about that now. Okay. Well, let's look at his bucket. It's a bucket full of piranhas. Goto said that he picked up all the piranhas and put them here. I can't believe Goto would do that with his bare hands. Oh wait, yes I can. Wait, I think that Ryoma is inside of their stomachs. I don't even feel like eating them. What? Why would you even consider eating them in the first place? Only the strong can survive in this world that Atua has created.
Amen.
The least we can do is pray for Ryoma's soul so that he may enter Atua's kingdom.
Come on, man.
Ugh. Can you really go there looking like this?
But
Those piranhas sure were a miraculous mystery. Maybe Atua was behind those videos too.
Huh?
What are you talking about? I noticed it right as the show started.
what a
I feel
surprise!
there are more piranhas today than yesterday when we were preparing.
No.
More piranhas?
Huh?
Wait, did they multiply overnight? There's no way they could reproduce that fast.
But
But compared to yesterday, the piranhas looked super crammed in that tank. Ah, so they looked more crammed together.
dear.
The water was too murky, so I couldn't tell how many piranhas there were.
Oh my!
But anyway, it was super crammed.
What a surprise!
Okay. Jeez, we get it. More piranhas than yesterday. There might be something to that. I guess. Sure. Alright, that's all I wanted to see around the water tank. Should investigate the stage. I'm sure there's a clue there. And she's up here. She looks grayed out. Why? This is the timer that was counting down the escape trick. I didn't realize it was also a timer to reveal Ryoma's body. Oh! They have the same glass shapes on it, so the glass must have fallen into the water too? Maybe Ryoma was in the tank with them. I think that Ryoma was up there with them, and then when they were released, so was Ryoma into the water. Maybe, but then wouldn't they have eaten him while he was in the tank? Or were they too crammed in there that they couldn't eat him? It was set that so that the bottom would open when the timer had reached 0. The bottom is open now and the tank is empty. It doesn't look as though it has a lid. I can see the ceiling straight through. And only the front side has glass. Is glass. The other sides are made of wood. So the piranha tank had no lid and only the front was made of glass.
Hey, so
But yeah, that tank was from Himiko's research lab. Hey Kaito, you helped carry the supplies for the show, right?
got it.
Yeah, me, Kibo, Himiko, and Angie. It was a lot of work. But I just helped carry it. I wonder how they hung it from here.
You know,
It was a super heavy tank full of water and piranhas. It couldn't have been easy to lift.
That is.
It seems this is where the lighting batten for the gym is attached.
Ah.
Ah, Kirumi.
It seems as if.
The control panel on the side of the stage allows you to raise and lower the batten. It seems to lower the batten, attach the piranha tank to it, then raise it again. I never knew lighting battens were sturdy enough to lift a tank like that.
Correct.
Since it was built to lift heavy objects, it is probably quite sturdy. Thank you. Okay. Post-curtain. There's a curtain covering it, but I believe there's a window on the other
what's the
side.
matter?
Want to check that window out?
Okay.
Yeah, but
Ah,
so I have to reach, huh? Yeah, it is pretty high. Even higher than the piranha tank. Higher than the piranha
yeah.
tank. That's right, there's a ladder next to the stage. I'll go get it. Kaito quickly headed off the stage. He returned carrying the ladder that was set up beside the stage over his shoulder.
Hey, so
Shouldn't the sidekick be the one bringing this ladder?
Thank you.
Yeah, I suppose, so thank you. After setting up the ladder on top of the stage, I climbed up the rungs. Rungs?
You can just barely reach the window with this. And if you open the curtain,
I'd be
the
horrified.
window is open.
If the window's open, does that mean the culprit used it?
Then put him into the tank. The culprit may have gone in and out through this window.
So what's on the other side of the window?
I can't see much. But I think it's the pool.
A pool, huh? I heard we had one here somewhere. All right, let's check it out later. The culprit probably went through there.
Okay, so we
Oh,
need to
wait.
check out the pool after this.
What's
Oh.
up?
Nothing. It just looks like marks on the window frame.
That's not nothing. The window frame has distinct abrasions, perhaps scratched by something. The cuffs? This might be related to the case. I should remember it. The cuffs also had scratches on them. Climb down from the ladder to the stage.
Hey!
You done investigating a little? Then I'll go
Okay.
put the ladder back. Yeah, that would be great. Thank you, Kaito.
Gee.
He complained, but he still put the ladder back for me. Okay. Investigated everything I wanted to on the stage. You all done here? Then
Okay.
let's go. Okay. That's right. We needed to ask Angie about the stage.
Angie!
I wanted to ask you some questions about the stage. Yep, I was in charge of all the art. I even built and painted the stage.
Then,
Then, do you know anything about Himiko's trick? How it worked, perhaps?
No?
No, I don't know the trick. Himiko only said it was magic. See, I suppose she didn't tell Andrew the secret either. By the way, you asked other people to help you with preparations, right?
Yep.
Yep, we started the prep work yesterday. Lots of people helped out. Like when we were moving the heavy tank and stairs from Himiko's in the research lab.
Yeah.
Me and Kubo helped with that. The tank had a pulley because it was so huge, it was still a lot of work.
Right.
And I asked Kirumi to sew the curtains because I hate sewing.
Thanks, B to Atua.
So basically, it's all thanks to Atua that the show was a success.
Ah,
No, it's because of all of us. Was it really a success? By the way, were the piranhas your idea?
Yes.
On its own, the underwater escape act is no different from a normal magic show.
So divine.
I thought it would make the show more exciting and divine if we used piranhas.
Atua has spoken.
That's what Atua told me. So Atua gives you that kind of advice too, does he? And about the piranha tank and the timer, those were from Himiko's lab, correct?
Of course.
Yep. According to the piranha tank's manual, it's synced up with the timer. When the timer goes off, the bottom of the piranha tank will open automatically. You see, that means the most of the equipment came from Himiko's lab.
And then?
And right when we finished the prep work and we're about to take a break, Gonta captured us so we couldn't rehearse at all.
Jeez.
When Gonta let us go, it was already nighttime, so we couldn't go back to the gym.
you know,
Oh yeah, you can't enter the gym at nighttime.
Yup.
So we decided to come to the gym today before the morning announcement.
Thank you.
Himiko and I were waiting for the gym to open. Oh, I was so relieved to see the set was intact. So no one could have snuck into the gym before the two got here.
Ah.
What's up, sweetie? Are you worried of this... because of this confusing incident?
But
Don't worry, it'll be fine.
huh?
So says Atua.
Atua has spoken.
You have nothing to worry about.
Huh?
Nothing to worry about?
No.
Nothing can escape Atua's sight, not even the culprit. Atua is truly a divine force to be reckoned with. Angie's starting to sound more and more creepy. Alright, well someone could have gone through here, right? The open window? Guess I'll talk to everyone.
How can this be?
What happened?
When piranhas attacked Ryoma, if Gonta had dived into tank, then Gonta could help Ryoma, but Gonta got scared, too scared to do anything.
Gonta, idiot.
Oh, poor Gonta.
come on, man.
Men shouldn't apologize so easily. What? And even if you had jumped in, they would have just eaten you too.
That's true.
And from what I read in the Monokuma file, you couldn't have saved it anyway, Gonta.
Huh?
Really? Does it say that in the Monokuma file?
You know,
You haven't even read the Monokuma file yet?
Gonta, not
Gonta-
smart.
Gonta not smart enough to be able to help. He's illiterate.
dumbass.
What are you talking about? If you got time to apologize, you've got time to read the file. If you think you can't help, then work till you can. That's what you can do.
You're right.
That's right, Gonta. You're a huge help. There's some information that only you know after all. Information only Gonta know.
Remember,
During the show, you went up on stage. That was about 20 seconds before the piranhas dropped, right? Yeah, because Gonta worried about Himiko.
could it be...
Did you see inside the tank? Did you see Himiko or Ryoma?
No.
Going to see no one in tank. Gonta's kind of surprised. Right, so Ryoma had to have been in the tank with the piranhas, no? You can't do that. We're still in the middle of the show. They're going to do nothing. Himiko get eaten by piranhas. Huh?
But you know,
But when the piranhas were dropped and the curtains opened, Ryoma was in the tank, right? Yeah, that right.
So...
Then when did Ryoma get in there? You didn't see it happen?
Oh, going to see.
But the piranhas would have eaten him if he was in the tank. But then Angie did say that it was looking more crammed than it did before. So what I was thinking is that maybe someone dropped him in there from the window to the pool and just, I guess, no one saw. But then it wouldn't have looked crammed before then. So then you think like, okay, maybe he was placed in there before and the window just has nothing to do with it at this point in time. But then wouldn't they have eaten him? I don't know. Everyone see Ryoma and Tank when piranhas drop in after that.
Sorry.
Gojo should have watched Tank better.
dumbass.
Like I said, I mentioned apologize so easily. Yeah, you're right.
You know,
This is a problem. Now I'm even more stumped. Even if Himiko disappearing was part of the Underwater Escape Act, how did Ryoma get into the tank? Was that part of Himiko's trick? I'm positive that the mystery will be an important part of this case. Okay, Gonja's account has been added. Perfect. Miu.
Hey!
What? Something I needed to tell me? It's not a very polite way to ask someone
You
for
know.
something. It's got nothing to do with the incident, but I heard Gonja captured you guys last night. The heck was that about? I was running around, so I got no clue what happened.
got it.
Oh yeah, tell me too. I was also running, so I don't know what went on. How did Miu escape from Gonja? She's not strong enough to fight him.
Why, you...
Chop chop, you slimy crap.
Well,
Well, I suppose you could say that Gonja was tricked into kidnapping us. The first one to get captured were Kibo, Kyo, Tsumugi, Tenko, and I. Himiko and Angie were brought in later. From the gym, right? Exactly, and Kukichi left the room around 9 p.m. So they must have been brought in about 5 minutes before that.
if I remember correctly,
We were all forced to participate in Gonta's insect meet and greet. We were free about an hour into nighttime, around 11
I
p.m.
see.
So from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., everyone there had an alibi. And then the people without an alibi are me, Kirumi, Maki, and Ryoma. I see you've learned what an alibi is, thanks to the previous incident. But what the frick is this insect meet and greet bullcrap?
Why?
By the way, Miu, how were you able to get away from Gonta? Well, I had to use my secret woman weapon, and let's just leave it at that.
huh?
Secret woman weapon? Oh, I know what she means. It's because I'm a woman. I know what she's
Wait.
talking about. What's a secret woman? It's between girls and girls only. You're breaking girl code if you talk about it. Is she trying to laugh it off?
Come on, man.
Juju, let's just leave her be. Listening to her will just tire you
You're
out.
right.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay. And then I guess is Kibo the only one I didn't talk to? I think so.
Hey!
I'm glad Himiko made this game more difficult. Now it won't be nearly as hard. Okay. That didn't help at all. Oh, I didn't talk to Kyo.
However,
Correct, Kyo. I never would have imagined such a cool murder happening.
No.
I don't think that was the sole motivation. There was some other reason for it. The reason must be related to Himiko's magic trick
I
somehow.
see.
So that means the culprit knew of Himiko's trick and made use of it, yes? If that's true, did Himiko tell someone? Someone who thinks the trick is actual magic?
Well then,
Since the show was used, we must investigate the trick as well. Kyo murmured almost to himself, then walked to the back of the stage. Is there anything to investigate backstage? Let's follow him. We should investigate the entire area anyway. Followed Kyo backstage. Perfect. Ooh. Rope. I wanted to go back here, but they didn't let me. This is a pretty long rope. What was this used for? I estimated it was roughly 65 feet in length.
huh?
You can tell this by looking at
But
it.
of course.
I am well versed in ropes. I once visited a village where their use was commonplace. What? When it was time for me to leave, the woman of the village all begged me to stay. I find that deeply disturbing, but I have to focus on this investigation. What is this rope? Could it be related to the case? Obviously, everything is related to the case. Puddle. What? There's a puddle behind the staircase. This isn't a puddle from when we broke the tank. Looks like there's a something on the wall next to it, though. This isn't a puddle from when we broke the tank. The floor around it is completely dry. Perhaps someone who was wet was here doing something.
That's true.
Changing wet clothes. Himiko? How would you get from the water tank to this space behind the staircase?
Could it
Looks like
be-
a door or something. It looks like there's a door against it. Oh, there's a mop over there. The staircase goes up to the top of the stage. Inspecting it closely, you can see some of the places on the side are wet. That might have something to do with the puddle next to it. And we have this. There's nothing strange about it from behind other than the large sides. It's a normal tank.
I see.
All the sides of the tank seem to be made of a special type of glass. I see no hidden doors. Okay. Very mysterious. I wonder, how did
That's right.
Himiko escape? Well, if we figured it out easily, it wouldn't be a magic trick.
However,
I believe that if we figure out the route Himiko took, we will discover how Ryoma got in there. It's true, there's a high probability that they use the same route. To reveal how Ryoma got into the tank, I need to reveal how Himiko managed to get out of it. Oh my lord. I've investigated just about everything to do at the stage, but I still don't know how the trick was
Hey,
performed.
so
Still gotta find the culprit, you know? Come on, let's go.
Kaito!
Okay. Wait, Kaito! I believe we've investigated everything we need to for now. Who's the culprit?
No.
I can't say for certain yet. There are other places I need to
Come
investigate.
on, man.
Still, no, I never thought detective work would be such work. So where else do we gotta investigate?
That's-
First, the pool next to the gym. They're connected by the window above the stage, so that needs to be looked
That's
at.
true.
After that, I want to go to Ryoma's room and find out which motive video he had. Then I want to investigate the Ultimate Tennis Pro's lab. A disease that the handcuffs we found in the tank probably came from there. Is that everything?
Ah,
Last of all, the Ultimate Magician's lab. I want to know more about Himiko's trick. If we go in there, I'm sure there'll be some kind of clue. Holy crap, we got a lot to investigate. Good luck, Shuichi. After all, it's gonna be you doing all the heavy
You're
lifting here. Right.
don't screw around.
What do you mean right? Are you saying I'm useless? Is there a right way to respond to that? I don't think so. Okay, let's start by going to the pool then. Can I go into her lab? My lab? Yes, I am. I'm gonna do it out of order. Oh dear lord. So this is Himiko's research lab. What were we gonna investigate again? I need to figure out how it worked.
that's...
That would be a problem, but it's not just about the trick. I need to ask that guy some questions. Oh dear lord. Do we have to?
Shuichi.
Did you want to ask me something?
Okay.
I'll tell you anything you want to know. You are my favorite, after all. He says that. It sounds like he means the opposite. Makes me nervous.
Hey!
I do, actually. It's about when we were kidnapped by Gonta yesterday. Freaking ultimate liar. You stuck into her room to steal our motive videos, right? But is that all you were doing? You came back pretty late.
I see.
You want to know my alibi for nighttime yesterday? That's a good question to ask. The gym is off limits during nighttime, so Ryoma was probably killed before or after. Which makes nighttime yesterday so suspicious, since everyone was doing their own thing.
Hey,
And what were you doing then? It'd be easier if I just explained step by step what happened while I was out last night. After you regained some consciousness, Shuichi, Gonta brought Himiko and Angie. That was about 5 minutes before 9 p.m. Right after that, I left Gonta's lab and headed towards the dorms. I thought I'd be back in an hour, the start of nighttime, but something happened. Right when I got to the entrance hall, Kirumi spotted me. That was right after I left Gonta's lab, so it was around 9 p.m. She started throwing questions at me left and right, asking if I was up to no good. Then she started criticizing my behavior and lecturing me on my manners and relationships. Can you believe that? I mean, who does she think she is? My mom or something? Oh,
If I remember correctly,
this is so cute. I love this sprite. Didn't you ask Kirumi to be your mom earlier?
So mean.
She just kept talking, then finally let me go at 10 p.m. when nighttime rolled around. A whole hour? Well, in the first half hour was a lecture, then we played tag for the other half. She's starting to bore me, so I turned around to leave, and then...
Please wait.
Stop right there, our conversation is not over yet. I don't gotta listen to you. You're not worthy of lecturing the ultimate supreme leader. Come on, Miss Maid, catch me if you can.
That is.
Is that a request?
So that means.
And then I guess Kirumi decided to take the tag super seriously. I tried my best, but in the end, she caught me a little before 10
I'm
p.m.
disappointed.
Then she started lecturing me again and let me go when nighttime started.
so
So do your alibis still hold up even when she was chasing you around?
Maybe.
We're into each other a bunch of times, so yeah, they should hold up. Then from 9 p.m. until nighttime, both Kokichi and Kirumi have alibis. Okay. After Kirumi let me go, I finally went to the dorms and collected everyone's videos. But by the time I returned to go to lab, it was already 11 p.m. Then from 10 to 11, he doesn't have an alibi. Oh yeah, I did see something odd while Kirumi was lecturing me. Something odd? I saw a half-naked girl wandering around the courtyard in her underwear. It was too dark for me to make out who it was, but I saw her walk around for a bit. I wonder who it was. What the heck is he talking about? Okay.
By the way,
You didn't get captured by Gonta yesterday, did you, Kaito? Where were you and what were you doing?
Okay.
I was running around the whole time. I hid in the bathrooms, bedrooms, all over the school. I see. Okay. So I should probably ask Kirumi about it to make sure that his alibi is correct. And that they were in the area. Oh, there's the water tank too. Let's look at it. It's a huge water tank. It looks like the one that was used in Himiko's show.
So...
Alright. Looks like a backup.
Then,
If we investigate this tank, we can learn the secrets of the trick. Encouraged, I began walking around the tank. I was looking for anything that could be a switch or mechanism. What's this? Huh. There's a segment of the tank near the top that opens up, but why open up there? And how does that work? There's no hinge. Perhaps it isn't random. The segment had to open up here. Water tank trick has been added. Okay. So you're still not gonna explain it until later, I guess. Thanks. Thanks, man. Let's talk to Tsumugi. What are you doing here, Tsumugi? Well, I'm investigating. I know I'm playing, but it's plain to see I'm investigating.
okay.
Is that so?
Hey, so...
Did you find any clues? I'm still thinking about that. Okay.
No.
I still haven't found anything. Get to it. Looking around is how you find clues. I think leaving that guy alone is just plain bad. Tsumugi gave Kokichi a mean, full glare.
Hey!
Glance. So I decided to plainly keep an eye on him. That way, even plain old me can help out. I guess? Sure? Go off? Are we done here, Kaito?
But you know...
Well, it makes things kind of boring. Kaito, are you the type who wants to believe in magic?
oh,
Ooh, Kaito believes in Himiko's magic.
Idiot.
That's not what I mean. I was just thinking that her tricks are like magic that brings smiles to
I
people.
see.
I guess you could think about it that way.
Yeah.
Besides, it's just like my dream to go to space. I can believe I can travel across the Milky Way. I believe I will meet aliens. Flying around space with thoughts like that is the true spirit of adventure. So it's like that. Kaito, that's
you're so
stupid.
dumb.
the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Your idealistic dreams won't help the situation. You call him stupid. No need to yell. Let's get out of here. I think the next thing I want to investigate is whatever I find first. Where else did I need to go? If I'm right, then the handcuffs that were found in the tank came from here. And if the handcuffs came from here, that means the culprit was here as well. They may have left a trace of that evidence. This room is a little different from when we were here before. It feels off.
What's the matter?
Does that thing just run all day? What's the matter, Shuichi?
No.
Let's figure out the handcuffs. We should take care of that problem first. Okay. Oh dear lord. Oh yeah, there are the handcuffs. This is the first time I've been in here. It's a shower room, but it feels less like the ultimate tennis pros. And more like the ultimate prisoner's lab.
Hey, so...
Do you think it was made that way on purpose? Did they remodel the shower just for that?
Okay.
Yeah, I think they did. Jeez, Monokuma's got bad taste. Well, we already knew that. No surprise there. There they are, the handcuffs. Look, Kaito, handcuffs hanging on the wall. Oh, they look like the ones on the tank. Wait, are they the same?
Because,
I think so. Here, look.
remember,
See, one empty hook. The handcuffs we found must have been hung here. That means the culprit was definitely here. Looks like the screw is like messed up. Scratch handcuffs has been updated. Sink. There's an over shower here. So let's look at this closed window. It has nothing. There was one window I could see from the pool area. This is probably that window. I should open it just to make sure. Yep.
just as I suspected. The window you can see from the pool is the window to Ryoma's lab.
Maybe he was attacked while he was in here, and then they cuffed him, and then threw him out the window, and he drowned in the pool. And then they took him over to the window that leads to the gym and dropped him in the tank. I don't know. Wait up, we're on the 3rd floor, so we're pretty high up, yeah? If you did it just right, I think you'd jump right into the pool from here. Yep.
You're right.
And you can swim at any time other than nighttime.
But
You're not allowed to swim at night? No skinny dipping? Oh wait, there was a girl in her underwear. Maybe they were skinny dipping. It said that the pool school rules and the rules in the pool area as well. Well, I don't want to swim, so it doesn't really affect me. I love swimming. I haven't gone swimming in so long. I miss it. Wait a sec, what's this?
Huh?
Hey, so
There's red scratches on the window frame.
Okay.
You're right, there are definitely abrasions here. These marks are similar to the ones that were on the windows frame in the gym. I'm positive these marks aren't the result of opening and closing the window normally. It's probably from the handcuffs. This window frame is sturdy as well. The gym's window frame was the same way. It looks like it would hold even with a lot of weight on it.
Shuichi,
Maybe he tried to save himself and someone was like, long live the king, and flicked him off like a bug. I understand, right, Shuichi?
Got it.
What? Amazing I am to have noticed such a super ultra important clue.
I'm Kaito Momota, luminary of the star.
Great job, Kaito. I mean, I found a pretty important clue too, but I won't say that. Well, you're the ultimate detective. It's normal for you. But look at the sink. Maybe he was drowned in the sink. This is a pretty big stone sink. You can fill up with a lot of water. What's this? What's it? Scratches on the stone. Looks like something was scraped against it. Maybe someone did drown him in there. You're right. What made them? The scratch marks are clearly not natural. They must have been made by some kind of metal. Like, I don't know, handcuffs. There's so many scratch marks. That is interesting. Okay. We came here to confirm my suspicion about the handcuffs found in the tank, but we found even more clues than I expected. Together with the fact that this is Ryoma's own lab, there are too many points of concern to be mere coincidence. It must be important evidence. Seems like you figured something out. You seem more confident.
All right.
On to the next place. There's no point staying
Okay.
here. Right. Let's go to the pool. Whoop, whoop. Let's see. How do we get out of here?
Hey, so
So where should we go?
whoa.
Oof. As he came out of the shower room, kind of trapped and fell to the
Hold
ground.
up.
Heck, something's caught on my leg.
That's
Looks like some kind of cable.
Ah.
This is for the tennis net? Man, whoever left this here should put it in the corner. Wait, the tennis net? You see, so that's why this room felt odd. I should have investigated this in detail. Oh, the net's gone. The reason I thought this room felt off was because of the net. When I came up here last, the tennis net was up.
okay.
But now the cable has been removed. So, like, someone took the cable off? Why would they do that? Heck if I know, bro.
Hey,
I think I have it figured out, and then it just gets more and more complicated. And it's too much for my tiny little brain. Kaito, can you help me? I want to measure how long this cable is. No need, it's just about 50 feet long. How does everyone know this? How does everyone know?
Ah.
Oh, I was in the tennis club till middle school, so I know how long the cable is. You were in the tennis club?
That's right.
That's why it pissed me off so much that Ryoma was acting like
Hey.
that. Did you know Ryoma from before?
Ah.
I never met him, but I heard a lot about him.
You know.
I mean, these days there's no one who's played tennis that hasn't heard of him. He's been a tennis legend since middle school. He was like a hero to every tennis kid.
Jeez.
And then, once I finally got to meet him, he became a coward. That pissed me off so much, I ended up being too hard on him.
Damn.
Forgetting that won't help. There's nothing I can do. I like this guy. He's keeping his head up, and that's a good thing to have in this situation. So what's suspicious about the length of the cable? Did something bother you?
no.
Nothing specific is just taking. So detectives get bothered by small details, huh? You know, they're burying mother-in-law and picking a young wife. That? What is that analogy? Okay. Alright, looks like that was added. So, let's go check out the pool. Sorry, I jam out to this music in this game so much. When I'm traveling from place to place, I'm literally just humming the song. Oh. What the frick happened? What happened? There's an air tube floating in the pool. It looks like a big sturdy rubber one.
I see.
I guess the idiots didn't clean up after themselves.
Rise and shine or sign.
Hello? Why are you guys here? Please go away. I don't like you. Don't look at us. I don't like water. I prefer juice. We get heavier when our cotton absorbs water. It makes losing weight a nightmare.
Hi.
Want to play in the water with everyone? It sounds fun.
Ah.
No, Monodum might be onto something. I kind of want to go in the pool now.
Do it.
Yeah, who cares about losing weight?
You stupid!
We're not here to play, we're here to smack these people into the bits of heck. We're the Monocops, me as nastiest, cruelest mascots around.
Dumbass!
If you don't get it, I'll throw you into the pool myself. Please don't.
Can't we all get along?
When I was the Cape, please stop. Can't we all just get along?
What?
You saying that if we don't get along, I'll end up like Monokid? Oh, I forgot he existed.
So
Oh
long.
my god.
Farewell.
I forgot he died. He was really annoying. Oh, dear Lord. So then, it was one of us to put the inner tube there, not the Monocups? Well, it doesn't matter. The inner tube probably isn't related to the case. Isn't related to the case? If it was just for playing around, then why is there a rope tied to it? What could that be for? That is intriguing. Okay. Cool. It's not filled up all the way. This doesn't look like a normal school pool. More like a pool at a resort. The pool is deep, but it isn't filled up all the way. Still plenty of water to swim in. The water level hasn't changed, but I can see something floating in it. It's a fabric. Riomas? Something else floating in the pool. Looks like a little piece of fabric.
Jeez.
She's trash, right? Nothing to be worried about.
You know,
We don't have time to. You not realize that this could be super important to the investigation? Literally
okay.
everything is a clue. Everything. This is why you're not a detective. Perhaps it's just my intuition, but it does bother me. I should learn to trust it sometimes. So my intuition as the ultimate detective. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, that's been added. Let's look at the. Where's the window? Here we go. You can see the gym's window over there.
ah,
That's the window we investigated from on top of the stage in the gym. I mean, it's pretty high up. You wouldn't be able to reach it. There's a line that's going off. I'll be right back. And back. I mean, it's pretty high up. You wouldn't be able to reach it with just a ladder.
okay.
I agree. The ladder only barely reached the window, and it was on the stage. If that's the case, then it might have been hard for someone to have gone through here.
Okay.
Yeah, you might be right. How does this work? What's going on? Doesn't add up. Blah, blah, blah. Here's the window. That's the window to the shower room in Rioma's lab. And there's more marks on it. Pool entrance. Pool sign. Some pool rules are posted here. There's one I find peculiar. Also some specifications written here. Pool is 82 feet in length and 39 feet wide. Pool is 13 feet on each end, and the left and right sides are 8 feet each. There's something bothering me about the pool rules. They say... Oh. I'm gonna come out.
Well,
Oh, no jumping into the pool, especially at nighttime.
Whoa!
Where'd you come from?
yeah.
Jumping itself is fine. If you want to jump in front of a car or a train, that's on you.
No, no, no.
But the pool is off limits at nighttime. See, no swimming at nighttime.
That's
That would be a violation, right?
Hey,
If anyone violates a school regulation, a campus-wide siren will blare. And then that person will be ripped apart by the exisals.
What?
I don't want to say it. You'd go that far?
oh yeah.
Well, so far the siren hasn't gone off, so no one's needed to be ripped apart. Yet. Or sorry. Since that's the case, can we assume no one in the gym or pool at nighttime? No one was in the gym or pool at nighttime? Well, at the very least, no one alive. Okay. Thanks. No swimming at nighttime. That might just play into this case. Okay.
Hey, so
Does this pool really have anything to do with this case? We got us psyched up about it, but it doesn't seem like there were any clues here. Well, that inner tube is still bothering me. I don't know what it tells us, but I feel like it's related to this case.
but you know,
If that inner tube is related to the case, the culprit is pretty careless. If it was related to the case, why didn't they clean it up?
so
Just leaving it sitting out like that, don't you think it's straight up careless?
no.
No, even if they wanted to put it away, they couldn't. There's no pull or anything around here that you could use to get the inner tube.
Remember,
Water level is so low, you couldn't grab the tube even if you did manage to bring it closer.
but you know,
Why not just jump in and fish it out by hand? Because you can't. Yeah, they couldn't get in the water. Couldn't get in the water. Yes, I suppose you could think of it that way. What does that mean?
you know.
Well, we can't stay here forever, right? Let's go check out the other places.
All right.
There's no time to waste. Isn't that right, sidekick?
you're right.
Yeah, sure.
So...
This is Ryuma's room, huh? So where's this video? I don't see it sitting out anywhere. Maybe you put it on his bookcase? Kaito opened all the drawers one by one, checking each of them. It's weird, I can't find it anywhere.
You're right.
You see, so we can't find it. It's alright. That's a clue in and itself. In and of itself. Why do people say that? In and of itself?
Huh?
The English language is weird. What do you mean?
Hey,
You see, if we suppose the motive for the crime was the video, there's a high possibility that Ryoma had the culprit's motive video.
remember.
If their motive video was left at the scene, that would be immediately suspicious. There's no reason the culprit would leave behind that kind of incriminating evidence. So maybe we should all show each other our motive videos so we can figure that out, maybe.
Okay.
And the video's not in the room, which means...
Got it.
So it's just like we thought. The motive was the video.
Okay.
Yes, that's the best explanation I can think of.
That's my
I'm
sidekick.
talking too much. My face hurt. Alright, that's just what I expect from my top sidekick. You're the sidekick of anything, bro.
Shuichi!
What's the matter, Shuichi?
No.
Nothing.
So...
By the way, I was thinking.
I mean...
Maybe we all should have watched those motive videos after all. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Huh?
Like, this wouldn't have happened.
Nah,
They showed the most important people to us, right?
that's right.
So maybe we should have watched them without looking away from the truth.
I mean...
At the time, I agreed with Kibo, but after thinking about it, I changed my mind.
That's right.
And if we were worried about watching them alone, we could have just watched them together. Watch them together?
Got it.
Yeah, we should have gathered together and watched all the videos, share everybody's motives. Even if it's something you can't bear by yourself, it'd be possible with everyone.
Yeah.
That's what cooperation is, right?
Ah.
That's what Kokichi was trying to do.
Huh?
Hey,
Kokichi was trying to get us to participate in a motive video viewing party of sorts. That's why he forced us into the same room. Do you think that was his way of cooperating? Do you think the same way?
Nah.
No. If that's what he wanted, he could have just asked us.
jeez.
That's what a normal person would have done, but the thing is, he's not normal.
That's right.
Maybe he did want us to cooperate, but there's no way to know for sure. He'd never tell us. That's true. It's impossible to know what Kokichi is thinking. But I suppose he could have been acting in our favor for once. I don't know, man. Maybe. Sure. Is that all I need to do? What are you doing here,
Do you
Kurumi?
agree?
We all agreed to investigate with at least one person present, yes? As she spoke, she glanced toward Maki. So you're staying with Maki.
Got it.
It's good thinking. Hey, once we're done with the trial, can I get a message?
May I?
But of course. Or a massage. Since you are here, Shuichi, may I ask you a question? The time of death was not provided, so I'm questioning everyone in order to determine
What
it.
do you think?
When was the last time you saw Ryoma alive? Right before I was kidnapped by Gonta yesterday, around 6 in the evening.
So...
Last time I saw him was way before then. I didn't see him at all yesterday, actually.
Then.
Then you are fine, Kaito. What important is the last time someone witnessed him alive?
Hey,
Last time someone witnessed Ryoma alive.
That is correct.
Gonta was the last one to see him alive at around 8 p.m. yesterday. Ryoma managed to avoid being captured by him using his Shukuchi method? So Ryoma was still running around after I got
Yes,
captured.
of course.
Furthermore, 30 minutes earlier, Mia saw Ryoma as she was fleeing from Gonta. In that case, Gonta's testimony is highly credible.
Yes.
We at least know that Ryoma was alive yesterday until around 8 p.m. Okay. Perfect. So I did need to talk to her. Perfect. Well, Maki.
hey,
Maki, what are you doing here? Earlier you said you weren't going to help us investigate. Were you
So
serious
what?
about that? You'll be fine even if I don't help, right? You're the detective, not me. Or do you think you can't solve this case on your own? Why is she such a brat? Stop being so mean. Just be nice. That's pretty harsh, but my sidekick is working his butt off.
Huh?
Sidekick?
Got it.
Yep, Shuichi's my sidekick now.
Hey,
Yeah, the dumb one should be the sidekick.
So...
Dumb one. I'm more of a scientist type of guy, so this stuff isn't really my thing.
well,
Wouldn't being a scientist be helpful for an investigation? That's what I was saying.
You know...
Maki's smart. More importantly, why have you been here the whole time? Is there a reason?
like I'd know.
Why do you care?
no.
Because it's been bothering me. You've been here ever since this room opened up. Almost as if you're keeping watch, making sure no one else enters.
I don't understand.
Is this an interrogation?
No.
No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I just want you to talk to me, Maki. This is not. If this has nothing to do with the case, please tell me so.
Hey,
It's true that you don't have to help us if you don't want to.
is that all
You
right?
should at least cooperate with our investigation.
Because
all of our lives are on the line.
Is that so?
Even if I did cooperate, I wouldn't be of any help. Mostly because I've been here for the last several days. I've only gone back to my dorm at night to shower, including last night.
Hey,
Then can I ask you this? Did you see Gonta at all last night? Gonta was searching the grounds last night trying to capture all of
Why?
us. How are you able to avoid being caught?
I see.
Gonta did stop by, but I managed to chase him off somehow. All I did was tell him, if you lay a hand on me, you'll choke to death on your own tongue. That's all. Okay. So Gonta got scared off by that. Well, I guess he would hold back against the girl. As I listened to Maki's testimony, a question grew in my mind. Why did Maki not want to leave so badly? What reason did she have for that?
Hey,
Are we done here? You're wasting your time talking to me. I don't know anything. Why is she... Okay, I'm done here.
huh?
You are?
That's right.
Well, her elbow is a little shaky, but I don't think she killed Ryoma. That's what my instincts are telling me. Hey, wasn't instincts. Those are
Hey,
facts.
so
But if you remember anything, be sure to tell Shuichi, okay?
I believe
He's
in
my
you.
sidekick, you know? He's pretty good. Her face. In the end, the only thing we were able to get out of Maki was that she was here the whole time. But no one else can verify that testimony. That might be a problem later. Ugh. I like her pigtail hair ties. They're cute. They're pretty. Being bouncy. Oh. Oh no. That's all. I was hoping to talk to Gonta.
Already tired of investigating? Oh, you've been tired of it for a while now?
Oh, sure.
Well,
Yeah.
that's how it goes. Investigations aren't all that fun, you see.
Okay.
But it's a necessary step before we can move on to the main event.
Speaking of which,
Kind of like searching the internet for that
Huh?
perfect porno video.
excuse me?
In fact, some people think the search is the best part.
What?
Weird, huh? The class trial is starting soon.
Is
Please
that allowed?
gather at the Shrine of
Are
Judgment.
they allowed
in
to
the
say that?
courtyard.
Excuse me?
See you later.
So long. Farewell. It's trial time.
Shuichi,
Looks like it's time, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
dumbass.
Hey, why do you look so worried now?
worry about
Don't worry,
it.
you can do it. I believe in you. Believe in me?
Why?
Why? Why do you trust me, Kaito? There's a chance I'm the
Idiot.
I believe in you because I want to. Do I need a reason other than that?
Huh?
What?
Listen up.
Isn't that why you believed in Kaede? I mean, sure, I might get betrayed in the end,
I
but
believe in you.
if I worry about that, I won't be able to believe in the people I want to believe in.
Shuichi,
We're still young. I can't die before I've had my first drink or gone to space.
let's do it.
If you're not going to get yourself in gear now, then when? That's all you got. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Kaito. I know.
Keep your chin up.
Yeah, that's the expression I want to see. That's my sidekick. He's right. I just have to do it. I have to believe in myself. I have to believe that I can do this. I'm gonna survive. We're gonna survive together.
That's it.
Maybe I don't really understand it. Maybe I don't have a reason. Oh. What? I don't want to live. I want to die with everyone else. No, I want to live. I want to live a long life. I don't want to die. I can't die in a place like this. Never. Oh gosh. Okay. Let's go. Where's the trial grounds? Okay, before we go to the Shrine of Judgment and start our trial, I'm gonna end this episode here. Ryoma died! Oh my gosh! In a very strange way that I thought I understood at first, but then, you know, as you find out more, it really doesn't make sense at all to me. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but we'll figure it out. Me and Shuichi, we'll get it done. And everyone else, let's hope none of my favorite characters ended up being the criminal. Although I do really like quite a lot of them, so I think at some point it's gonna be inevitable, obviously, but let's just hope it's not this soon. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in another video.